Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray, brought to you proudly by Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency, Barton Power Sports, Sportsman's Warehouse, and Best Care Home Services.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray and our flagship station, we can call that now, ESPN 790 in Memphis. But we're also in our third week now that our show is now spread throughout all of West Tennessee, just about. Based out of Brownsville and the Brownsville radio folks there at 95.3. And, of course, in Jackson, Tennessee on News Talk 101.5. Glad to have all you folks from West Tennessee, East Arkansas, North Mississippi. And this being the third Saturday, we've now hooked in with our good friend Guy Trebo. He is our webmaster. Go to lroutdoors.com. I'll tell you right now, it has more outdoor information than any other news site that you'll find in the Mid-South, because there is no other news site in the Mid-South.
Not one like ours, Larry.
Not one like ours, and that's Guy Treble's voice. And that was fun talking about wild game dinners.
I know. I really, you know what, the thing that I would want to go just to eat alligator and snake. I've never had any of that.
Well, the only problem is when you leave, you kind of slaughter on the ground.
Well, I do that anyway.
Yeah, you do that most of the time after you've left.
I slither around all the time.
Hey, we're going to go from wild game dinners to one of our favorite guests here, and she is, you think of things that need to be done, and all of a sudden here comes a press release from a lady that has meant a lot in the world of sports shooting, pistol shooting. She has won so many honors, but she didn't even mention that in the press release because she's done something I know is close to her heart. She's written her newest book, and get this, folks, it's called Toys, Tools, Guns, and Rules, a children's book about gun safety. And that is Julie Golob, and she is with us right now on Outdoors with Larry Ray. Good morning, Julie.
Good morning. How are you guys doing?
Oh, you can tell we're hyper. I am. Guy's kind of leaning back, propping me up here, but I know all the accomplishments. And folks, you can Google Julie's name up there, Golob, and see all the different things she's done. I even saw something there, Julie, that you were number 4 on the top hottest shooters for females.
Well, I try.
How did Kim Rohde get ahead of you? I've got to talk to you that. I've got to talk to Kim about that. You know, you got. I know Kim personally. She's on this show a lot. But hey, I saw that and I said, man, I want to see who the other 3 because if they're better than Julie, I want to know. And I saw you beat out our good friend Jesse Duff, so that's okay. That's good. But tell us about the book.
Try.
Tell us about the book and why you wanted to do it. And I know it's been, golly, it's already jumped up there. Number 1 new release, bestseller status in children's safety books on Amazon on the first day, y'all. And so tell us a little bit about why you did it and the reception it's gotten.
Absolutely. Toys, Tools, Guns, and Rules is, of course, a children's book about gun safety that is focused on younger kids, as young as 3-year-olds to all the way up to 10, depending on maturity level.
Uh-huh.
And it's something very, very near and dear to me as a mom. I have 2 little girls at home, and, of course, we have outstanding programs like NRA Eddie Eagle Gun Safe program and the NSSF Project Child Safe programs, awesome programs. But I was looking for something, one, that focused on characters that represented real people, real families, real situations, and something that wasn't so focused on the male side of things, but more open to a lot of different things.
Yeah.
And as a mom, that shoots, this is so important to me because I wanted to be able to show my girls, like, hey, you can do this too. And this is something you should know. It's not just a male thing. It's something, gun safety is for everyone, truly. Well,
you've written before, so this is not unusual. Your first book was Shoot, Your Guide to Shooting in Competition, and then you wrote out Shooting While Pregnant, a resource for expected moms. So
I haven't read a lot of those books.
All the bases.
You've touched all the bases here. We've already hit a home run here. But is this something? And tell our listeners, because I know a lot about you, but your time in the Army and the things that you've done. Is this what you wanted to do growing up? Are you blown away by your career, or are you? You undoubtedly have goals out there that you've set, But talk about
Sure,
how
sure.
how do you combine your competitiveness as a shooter, your job with your kids, and as a book writer. I don't know how you do this. Huh? Tell us.
Well, they all tie in nicely. But going back, I grew up on the range with my dad.
I knew it.
I mean, we spent all the time, shooting and hunting together, and it really created this bond, this sense of family and this sense of responsibility. And I tell people all the time, gosh, at the range you learn so many things. Not only do you learn a life skill about shooting, but you learn about rules.
Yes.
And you learn about the importance of following them. And, through, of course, the military certainly has plenty of rules.
That's right. Yeah. And was your dad in the military? Was he in the military?
He was not. My grandfather was.
Okay.
He was in the Navy. But, so I come from a family that, has strong roots in the military. But it all just came together for me. I fell in love with shooting. I got okay at it.
Yes, you have got okay at it. Yeah, there's no doubt about that.
And then, being able to take this, it's like the next step in the journey to be able to, go from, being completely absorbed with my own shooting career to, oh my gosh, I have children now and I can share this with them and do the same thing that my dad did and the same thing that, his father did. It's such a neat thing.
How old are your kids?
They are 4 and 9.
Wow. Okay. 4 and 9. You got what? You got 2 girls, 1 boy. What do you got?
2 girls. Yep,
2
little
girls. That's what I thought.
Yep.
2 girls. So now, I when we get to these things, and I'm always interested in stories along the line that. What did you want to be growing up?
Oh gosh.
Have you never grown up? That's what they tell about me. And I'm old, but tell me, are you where you wanted to be?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm living my dream.
Yes.
I grew up seeing, these incredible shooters on the range, going to dad to these competitions.
Uh-huh.
And I remember telling him when I was, 10 years old on the truck home, on the ride home, like, Dad, I want to do that. I want to be a pro shooter.
10 years old?
No. Yeah.
Mine.
I was what they called a range rat.
A range rat. Well, I know
Yep.
we have a lot of both of them here. We got a lot of range, a lot of rats around here. But so I ask people this, and Guy knows I do this all the time. So, what does Julie Golob do when she goes to her high school reunion and they ask you, "What are you doing now, Julie?"
It's so funny. Of course, there are a few people that are on the different side of spectrum, and they don't really approve of my lifestyle.
Yeah, well, we're not getting into that. So
no, but for the most part, people are so excited, and they're excited about what I'm able to do. It's funny, my teachers and my principal growing up in upstate New York were not so keen on the idea of one of their top students joining the Army to go shoot for a living.
Yeah.
But boy, has that changed, and that's neat.
And I know all the accomplishments. What's up for 2018 for you? I mean, what's down the road? What do you look for in 2018?
Oh gosh, it's a big NRA Action Pistol World Championship year.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of other, our same old nationals that we have every year. So I hope to maybe bring in a Sweet 16, my 16th USPSA national title. I'll hope to do that.
16.
And just keep going.
Well, I know that you've accomplished so much in this book series. I've looked it up. I've read it online, folks. It's you can find out more information. How do they get to the book, and how do they get copies of it, and go online and get it on their Kindle or whatever?
Absolutely. It's available on Amazon, but you can also go to kidsgunsafetybook.com, and there's coloring pages and resources and a parent's guide, next steps, all of that good stuff right there.
Well, I just when I glanced through it, I don't know who your artist. You didn't draw those things, did you?
Oh no.
Okay, I just want to make sure that you had another talent, because that really adds, and really that's part of the book's appeal, that you really got it in easy to learn. And I think that's what you wanted to do, didn't you? You didn't want to make it too complicated.
No, simple but clear.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, Julie, we appreciate you taking time on this Saturday morning in Memphis, Tennessee, to be part of the Outdoors of Larry Ray team. And, folks, again, check out this book. Just Google Julie Golob, but Golob, and you won't find my picture there, but you'll see her and all the things that she's accomplished. And we appreciate you taking time from your busy schedule. And we got your number now, so we'll stay in touch, okay?
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Julie. All right. Okay. That's
Impressive.
we've made we're big on Jesse Duff, Kim Rhodey.
Yep.
Uh,
You've had some of the finest
yes.
shooters in the world on this
yes,
show, that's for sure.
And the Rogers girl out in Texas, I can't, right now it's going off the top of my head, but then, of course, we've had Katuna Lower because
I would have known it if you hadn't said you couldn't remember it.
yeah. Randy Rogers
right.
in Texas, in
Okay,
Houston. Yeah, out of Texas. Yeah, she's on that combat. And women in outdoors and doing these kind of things. But if you go and look up what this young lady, I'm not sure how old she is, but if she's number 4 on the hottest list, I'm not going to tell you who's number 1. But I looked at that and I said 3 of the top 10 have been on this show.
Yeah.
And that's pretty amazing. That's just not for shooting. Yeah.
Well, Jessie Duff.
Oh, yeah, I know what you want Jessie Duff back. And we're going to
She's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, she just doesn't lose. And Kim Rhodey is one of the she's like a Hall of Fame Olympian.
Well, she is 6 times. 6 times.
6 times and medals.
Shaun White, let him eat your heart out. I've been
right.
4 times. I think he's been 4 times in the Winter Olympics here. And but Kim Rhodey, but these gals, and I know the women shooters really have the competitive edge there. I think a lot of times we've had the men shooters on here, of course.
Mm-hmm.
We tried to get Roy Rogers, but he wasn't available. Or Gene Austrie. That I would like to get.
Dale Evans.
No, Dale. We had her.
Did Dale ever shoot?
No, she shot that little cap gun.
Supportive of.
She shot the cap
Roy.
gun. Wow, that's fun. Julie Golob. Now we're going to come and we're going to switch to fishing, and Ron won't eat your heart out because we're going to talk to the head man for BASS coming up on Outdoors with Larry Ray, Bruce Aiken, after we come back from a commercial break.